Oh my gosh, what's happening, Play Rebels? Cue the music, everybody. We just finished a 30-day play challenge, Play Rebels, and I'm so excited to do a quick video for you to go over some results of the challenge, some learnings, and to announce the winners, the people that won the raffle. And so, without further ado, cut the music, guys. Cut the music. All right, it's time to be serious, right? All right. Anyways, first and foremost, celebration. Yay! Oh my gosh. Where do I begin? When we kicked off this challenge at the beginning of March, I knew this was going to be a fun experience, but I didn't know how powerful it could be. And regardless of your level of participation, Play Rebel, I just want you to know that the fact that you took some time out of your day to think about what brings you joy, to power up, to think about what makes you grateful, to give someone else a high five, and just thinking about the whole aspect of playfulness. Just wanted to give you a big applaud. And as a community, get this, as a community, over the last 30 days, we have done over 16,000 total actions in the challenge, in our infrastructure on the app. 16,361 to be specific. So that worth another celebration. And of those 16,361 actions, 1,818 were people celebrating their wins, regardless if they were big or small. So many wins across the last 30 days. 1,545 of them were check-ins to recognize and grow, the superpowers of this Playful Rebellion team. And a big one is 818 of them were gratitudes. Things that made you feel grateful. So that is something worth celebrating. And before I go into some of the prizes, I want to take a moment and talk about, what were some of the challenges that people face. Because, again, when you're asked to do something that may be outside your comfort zone or something that, is not accustomed to you, some challenges arrive. But as Play Rebels, you overcame them. So the first one I want to highlight, there were so many of them. If you are seeing this before the 12th, take a moment and jump back into the app and see some of them. But the first one I want to definitely highlight is our good friend, Play Rebel, Michael McDonald. And Michael said that he tended to discount the value of some of his posts. That inner critic that he named Freddy Krueger, or just Krueger, scoring some of his ideas. However, as a Play Rebel, he managed to allow himself to revel in them anyway. And it helped. He overcame it by asking himself, who cares if Krueger is right? And so, big ups there. Another challenge and how it was overcome. I want to highlight this remark by Kat, because I know I've gotten some message from a few of you, and you have similar sentiments in that loneliness is a big obstacle. As of this challenge, we are still in this pandemic, and a lot of you are sheltering in place at home alone. And this challenge gave Kat and a number of you a sense of community. Kat looked forward to seeing the daily inspirations and the coaches' corners, and knowing everyone else was seeing them as well. We are seeing it all together. And I know in the beginning I said, hey, how can you just aim for 2% better? Low expectations. But Kat, says that it helped her feel more than 2% better. And, Kat doesn't want the challenge to end. Neither do I. And I have some things on that towards the end. So please stick around to get all of that. And so those were some challenges that came with it, and how Michael and Kat overcame them. And like I said, there were a number of other ones in the app, and I'm pretty sure if you can reflect on your own challenge and what you did to overcome, you will realize that you're resilient. By adding that playful mindset, it just allows you to overcome anything. Again, imagine what is possible if we take that playful game mindset and apply it to our everyday challenges. Those challenges don't seem so daunting. They seem more approachable. And so, without further ado, let's get into some prizes. All right, so just to remind you, there are 3 sets of prizes. The third place, if you want to call it that, but it's not. But the third prize is that person's going to get 2 copies of the book that My Story on Curiosity is featured in. It's called The ABCs of Awesome Living. And the other 2, first and second, is how they're calling it in this app. But the other 2 prizes are going to be a virtual play pack that's going to include some really cool goodies that will allow you to be playful, and some things that I include in some of my workshops. And for the people who get that, I'm going to include a video explaining all of them and how you can maximize your playfulness with them. So let's give out a prize, and we're going to give out the 2 copies of the ABC Awesome Living book. And how this works is for every 100 points that you got in the in the challenge, you got a raffle ticket. And for those of you who went above and beyond and filled out the survey, you got an additional 2. So all of those, and I believe we had over 787 total raffle tickets, which is pretty rad. 787 total raffle tickets. And what all of them are assigned to you. And I'm going to, in a moment, pick a random number between 22 and 787. Reason 22 is because I did the challenge too, and so I do not count for any of the prizes. So all of my stuff are taken out of that, and whatever number shows up, that's the person that's going to get the prize. And so we're going to start with prize number 1, which is the 2 copies of the ABCs of Awesome Living book. And so what I'm going to do here is share my screen so you can see what is going on here. And let's hit that random number, generate. All right, 428. Let's go to the list. 428. That happens to be Mark. Hey, what's happening, Mark Levine out of Hawaii. Way to go, Play Rebel. Mark, I don't think I have your address, so please make sure that you shoot me your address so I can get you 2 copies of this awesome book. I think you're going to love it. I'm going to just highlight this so I don't have to go back and... Yep, I'm just gonna make a note here with an asterisk. All right, in real time, here we are. We're making it happen. So that is the first prize. Back onto some more recognition. Now, again, this challenge, we learned a lot about ourselves, about our ability to be playful, and I want to highlight a few more testimonials and stuff like that came from the challenge. The next one right here is from Play Rebel Terry Brown. Right there it is. And what Terry was saying is one thing that he learned from the challenge is the opportunities for play are everywhere. We are our best selves when we value the play in ourselves and others, and the world needs more play to be a better place. And I totally agree. And this is what it's all about. Is us humans, we are wired for play. And when us as adults, we remember that we can bring out the best in ourselves and the best in others. Now, the next one I want to highlight is from Play Rebel Ingrid. And Ingrid said, one thing that Ingrid learned from the challenge is being playful is like a muscle that you need to exercise. And it takes courage to play. And that is so true. Being playful is very vulnerable. Because when you're being playful, you're being present. And you're not thinking of the dangers or things that can come at you. And you're being your true self. And there's a chance that people may or may not like that. And that can be scary for some. And that's why some adults sort of bottle that up. So, such amazing testimonials about things that you learn from the challenge. I can only imagine for you watching that you feel the same. And so next, as far as from this challenge, what are 3 wins? I want to highlight first Play Rebel Chad. Hello, Play Rebel Chad. And 3 things that Chad, got from this challenge. Became more aware of his energy level and gave permission to let himself do what was necessary to raise it or cool it off as needed. Booyah! Also, Chad reached out to people that he hadn't talked to in years and reestablished old connections. That is huge. And finally, and this is one of my favorites, got a video game console out for the first time in years and enjoyed taking deliberate time to revisit his favorite hobby growing up. So big ups to Chad. Thank you for sharing those 3 wins with us. And I'm going to share 3 more wins from Play Rebel Petra Patton. Petra made time in the day for breaks, play, and energizing. Petra enjoyed connecting with like-minded folks and sharing what she learned with the challenge with friends and family. Again, emotions are contagious. And when you give yourself permission to play, you give everyone else permission to play as well. So that brings me to the next prize. This is going to be for our virtual play pack. Let's get the shared screen action going here. Again, I'm going to pick another random number. We're going to see who wins. And here we go. Random number is 625. Let's go here. Who is 625? Oh my gosh. It is Bree. All right, give it up for Bree, everybody. Yes. Congratulations. You get a virtual play pack. I will be messaging you, Bree, to get your address. So thank you so much, Bree, for that. All right. Before we get to the last prize, want to recognize some people that were high performers in the challenge. Yes, there are points here, and this is all about being a community. And it's those other things, sharing wins, giving high fives, and things like that. Those are, that helps keep things going. That helps people remember that it's, that play is something that we should be doing every day. And the most shout outs. And so, what shout outs are, is a mix of wins and then, comments on people's wins. And the 2 people that had the most shout outs was Play Rebel Yael and Play Rebel Michael McDonald. So give them a big for that. And the most high fives. So on the wins, giving people the high fives, the people that had the most high fives were Michelle Young Husband and Ingrid Swanson. And even though there is not a, it's not a contest as far as, who is the highest. We did have a leaderboard, and there is a max number of points that you can get. And so I do want to give a special acknowledgement to those 7 people that maxed out their points. And those 7 people are as followed: Michael McDonald, Ingrid Swenson, Kat Goldberg, Chad Harris, Kirsten Anderson, Iggy Perello, and Jeremy Green. You 7 people maxed out your points across the 30 days. So big ups to you. All right. A few more things, and we're gonna be done with this. So excited and so honored, for all of you for your engagement and participation in this first play challenge. This is not going to be the end. I'm going to go back, make some tweaks, and continue to make this even better. So, time for the last virtual play pack. Let's get in here and let's see who is the winner. Generate 770. Who is 770? All right, Tim. What's happening, Tim? All right, Tim. You are the winner of our last virtual play pack. Thank you for that. I'll need to get your address so I can get that out to you ASAP. Now, just a big round of applause for all of you for participating and just playing over the last 30 days and being a play rebel and realizing that the status quo of work is how it used to be, but it's not how it should be. And when you invite yourself to play and bring that spirit of play into your day-to-day, magical things happen. And like I said, this is not going to be the end. I am looking to bring this back again and again. I already got a request to bring this to a team to do a custom play challenge, so I'm super excited about that. Now, if you didn't get a chance to fill out the survey and you would like to do that so I can get some feedback on how it impacted you and how I can make it better, I'll make sure to include the link below. You will not get those 2 extra raffle tickets because we're already done with that, but you will get something personal sent to you from me in the mail to say thank you for participating. So that link is down there. Also, while I'm trying to figure out how to make this into a greater community, because I know a number of you said that, I'd like to invite you, especially if you loved getting those alerts and those reminders to be playful, I like to remind you, not remind you, but to invite you to text me. Text me. There it is. At 619-304-3537. If you text Play Rebel to that number, you will be added to my text alerts where I will send you reminders to be playful. It's going to be at random times. But again, that's what it's all about. Just those random reminders to be playful. Now, like I said, this is not the end, and I want to invite you. Just because this challenge is over doesn't mean that our job of being play rebels is over. Over the last 30 days, you were doing these daily intentional actions to help you be the best version of yourself. And I get this a lot. I'm going to write this down. I've heard this a lot. That, as far as the transformation, people have gone from feeling, hopefully you can read this, like an adult, and then they participate in our challenge, and throughout the challenge, it helps them realize that, oh, now I can feel more like myself. And that's what play does to you. And so that's all I have. I want to thank you again for being part of this challenge, and thank you so much. And I look forward to continuing this play journey together, because we are play rebels, and it's our job to bring the spirit of play into everything that we do. And so until next time, keep playing. All right, cue the music.